All right, we are here at the FSGA Summer Conference and really excited because today we are launching our new website and draft kit app here at RotoWire. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today and also just about what the FSGA is doing for us and how much fun we're having here. But first, Pete, do you want to start off with some cool historical stuff about RotoWire?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a big day at the FSGA. New look and feel for RotoWire, a bunch of new football tools, football app. So we're pretty excited. We debuted at the conference because this is kind of like the kickoff for the industry, not just for RotoWire, but this is when the industry gets together and really squares up for the football season, gets everything in place, talks some deals. So it's a good place to debut it. And yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for 27 years, and this is the next evolution, and it's pretty awesome, and it's gone smooth so far. So if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't taken a look, take a look. So.
I'm curious from all three of you, actually, like just how you've seen the fantasy sports industry change over the years, starting, at 1997 with the player notes and where we are at today.
Well, I've been doing it for a while, so yeah, a long time. But yeah, it's just, I mean,
Should
it's
we do introductions?
It's been night and day.
Well, yeah, go ahead. This is Pete Schoenke. He's the president of RotoWire and co-founder, board on FSGA board member as well.
I'm Ken Kreitz. I lead our syndication work to our B2B clients.
And Shannon McKeown, I'm the director of sales.
And also co-host of the award-winning fantasy basketball podcast for RotoWire.
Good point.
That really should be your calling card more than sales.
That's true. Well, that's what people stop us on the street for, Pete. Yeah. Well, Lauren.
Yes, and of course, I'm Lauren Jump. I manage social media for RotoWire. I'm also on the PR committee at FSGA, so that's been really cool too. So really excited to be here, my first conference. Hopefully, as many to come.
And also a very good fantasy player.
Yes.
I've lost many leagues too, unfortunately.
Well, I learned everything from these guys up here among the rest of our team, so we clearly have some pretty good resources. I love it.
Lauren, you were talking about the rich history of FSGA, and I heard it mentioned earlier today. It was I always think FSTA still, but someone said it was originally FSPA?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be like not an industry thing, but for actual consumers, and that lasted about 6 months until everyone realized
So the P was for players, or
yeah, and it was kind of like, yeah, that's dumb. No consumer wants to come to this conference. Let's just figure out how to make some money. Let's figure out how to actually do stuff. So we got a bunch of companies together, and I mean, it's the FSGA. I'll put in the plug. I mean, it's been super important for RotoWire. I mean, basically, RotoWire in many ways was built on the backs of the FSTA and FSGA. You're not only making the relationships that these guys have to sell to partners like ESPN and Yahoo and NFL.com and another 80 plus clients, but just also the relationships and the people you meet and just getting together lots of different ways. I mean, big picture items like legal stuff, like how do we save the industry from states, going against fantasy sports, but even just simple stuff in terms of just like how to find a photo provider or something like that along the way. It's all been instrumental.
Sure. Shannon, why don't you talk about your experience here at conferences and how it's helped you with your growing business?
Thankfully, by Pete landing that ESPN deal, it made any of my partnership discussions very, very easy from that point forward. I just get to toss out ESPN, and then hopefully we have new partners that follow. And that's been the case. It's been and most of those partners you meet at FSGA. Truly amazing how many different companies have come through that we've now been partnered with for 5, 10, 15 years, that the original conversation that we had was shaking hands at FSGA.
Scott Fish was just joking. At our row, watching Kay Adams speak this morning, we had Joe Bryan from Football Guys, but we also had Yahoo, ESPN, and CBS all at our table, which I didn't even realize there's some pretty big players. When Scott said that, I was like, yeah, we are lucky to work with all those companies.
100%.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, the conference has been great so far. Any other things you guys are looking to do while you're here, just really to get that networking?
Yeah, it's really shake every hand, talk to every person, every face I don't recognize, make sure they know who I am, who RotoWire is, and really just turn over that rock, see if there's a way we can work together.
Shannon's really good at getting to know who the elevator pitch contestants are before they even come here.
Love that.
But you kind of meet them in person here. Yeah. In the old days, when we were shilling to those big partners I mentioned, Pete and I do a lot of road shows. We were getting in the car or flying to go to clients' offices and try to take them to lunch or try to discuss how we can help, either talking to the tech team or the content people. But really when the pandemic hit, that kind of went away. Nobody really, they're not at their office, let alone we're not getting invited to their office or going. So now it makes these conferences that much more important because I'm trying to think, when's the last time we were at the Yahoo offices, for instance? That's been 6 or 7 years. So,
Hint, hint, and we'll take an invite anytime.
Well, I think that's what makes the conference even more important. I mean,
Right.
Because there aren't as many opportunities to see people in person. So yeah, it's definitely super helpful.
Yeah, that's great. And from a social media perspective, I've already found a bunch of accounts that I cannot wait to collaborate with. And I think, it's at a smaller level than maybe some of the deals you guys are doing, but it's still, I think, really great for brands to connect that way. So FSGA is the perfect place to do that.
Ken and Shannon are selling themselves a little bit short in terms of their sales responsibility, how they've done and what they've added over me getting that initial deal. One of the things that's made them both really good, and for anyone that would want to deal with RotoWire, is that they're players. They know the games. They play the games. So when they meet a new product or a new client or a larger client, they know how it works. They've played the game. They've seen it before, and so we collectively, but those two guys in particular, have helped a lot of small companies grow and give them tips because, like, hey, I played this game. One thing you're going to want to do is look out for this. You should talk to this person, right? Or on RotoWire, you should get this feed from us, or you should advertise here. And that's really helped a lot of companies along the way. It wasn't that long ago that a company like FanDuel, came to RotoWire, and we helped them a lot in their early days, marketing, sales, all that kind of stuff, content. And obviously they became, the biggest, company in the industry. And we've done that a lot, but a lot of that's just because, all of us and these guys in particular just, know the industry and know the products backwards and forwards. And I think that's one thing that really, even in this industry where we're all hardcore and super into it, still, makes us stand out is that, we have a team that really knows, all the games and products and just, I know exactly what you're probably going to need to advance as a company.
It's funny you mentioned FanDuel because when I'm talking to a startup that's like literally two guys in their garage or something, I'll mention, we talked to FanDuel when they were two guys in their garage overseas. They weren't even sure about, or it was really Nigel and his wife. Right?
Yeah,
they weren't even sure about moving to the States yet.
I was like this. Okay, look at this. You guys are from Scotland and you're going to build an NFL product, not soccer.
Right.
Okay, sure. We'll give it a shot. Yeah. Obviously, really super smart guys.
We always say, we don't know who the next FanDuel is going to be. We're very happy to talk to every startup. Shannon's particularly good at it because, there are people that come here as a two-person operation, and then suddenly, in a few years, they're a sponsor.
I want to hear a little bit about, is it player notes? Is that the number one thing? Projections? Like, what really helps these small companies when RotoWire partners with them?
Yeah, for RotoWire services in particular, like the player news, injury feeds, starting lineups, depth charts, projected stats. Those are kind of like the core services that we offer on top of dozens and dozens of other fantasy related, sports betting related data feeds, content feeds, really whatever you need.
And across
it's shocking to a lot of clients when I always say, so we're old. In 1997, we invented the player news node.
That's the coolest thing ever, though.
And they're like, I'm trying to tell them, like, before people would read an article in a newspaper about a team to learn, and their guys start to glaze over. I'm like, don't worry, though. We work with a lot of modern companies.
Well, I'm very glad you guys did that because it changed everything.
But it does depend what the client's for. Like, so we have 18 professional teams as clients, and they are all in on not just the current player news notes, but that history all the way back to 97 because they want to sort everything by player and they want to highlight everything that's injury focused. But a gaming site may be way more into just our lineups for tonight. Mm-hmm. So player news might get us in the door. That's what people know us for seeing them on a Yahoo and ESPN, NFL.com, NBA.com. But player news is not necessarily the best product, depending on the need of the client.
Yeah, every client has a unique need. Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Though I found you guys on Yahoo just playing fantasy baseball. I was reading all the write-ups, and I'm like, who are these people? I'm going to email them. Here we are.
Who are these old, cranky men?
No, but I think that's really awesome. Okay, so A few minutes left here. Let's just talk quickly about today. We have a new website, a new Draft Kit app out there. So, what do you guys think? Are we excited? It's going well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a good little look. It's obviously for us and for me for doing it so long. It'll take a little bit to get used to because we've had the same logo for a long time. We have had different logos and different names, long ago. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, if you are a loyal RotoWire person, you're still getting what you need. The projected starters for baseball, your projections, your DFS optimizer. We got a lot of new tools. We definitely have improved the site in terms of just speed and usability, and so hopefully that'll make a big difference. But yeah, I mean, we're geared up and ready to go for football season, and I think it's going to be great.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely download the app, everyone, and we'll see. I think it's going to be really fun this year. So
This is RotoWire.
Yeah, check out
that.
the video. The video is probably the video might be like the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, digs into our history
I
a
know it's
little
not going
bit.
to help you win your league, but go check it out.
The maniacal Herb Ilk photo
Yes, all right.
is
All right.
over the
All
All
monitor.
right, to end it, one piece of fantasy advice for fantasy football this season. Shannon, you kick it off.
Yeah, draft Brees Hall. He's going to be our top 5 RB
I
this year.
thought you were just going to say take all Lions.
Nah, I mean that too.
I think it's last year was a year where running back was historically good. Running backs didn't get injured, so I'm trying to go the opposite this year a lot, where I can, just from a general sense. So that's my overall strategy. We'll see if it works out.
I mean, my strategy for football or basketball is just do the opposite of what the room's doing. If everybody's all in on running backs, zag, go
big zig, you
receivers.
zag. I love
But
that.
that helps if you have a later pick. That's right.
Well, I'll be using the Draft Kit app to plan my draft since we now have a custom draft planner. That's a pretty cool feature. So, I was checking it out last night. I think there's a lot you can really play around with it. So many settings to you want high upside or different things for your draft. So
Yeah, it's a great tool. I mean, we use the tools.
Yeah,
I draft.
exactly.
I draft. Usually with our football app, I draft about 20 football leagues on that, if not more. So we are the biggest consumers of our own product, which helps make them good, and like I said, helps us understand how to when I'm playing on Yahoo or ESPN or Sleeper or whatever, how do our tools work, help me win there, and I think everybody in our company has that philosophy.
for sure.
Shannon, what's your email address if someone would like to hear about our APIs to other businesses?
Yeah, if there's any interest advertising across RotoWire's various channels, our website, emails, socials, podcasts, SiriusXM, VSiN, tons of different channels, API partnerships as well. You can reach me at Shannon, SHANNON, at rotowire.com.
And I'm at Ken at rotowire.com. Very complicated system we have at the Tech.
And follow us on social media at RotoWire. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. It's great.